Grand Rising, YouTube Grand Rising. Good evening, good day, depending on where you are. I'm back in again to channel messages that sent to me, through me, for me to share. And this is in regards to Chapter 7, Message 1. I pulled these cards at the ending of the finale, Chapter 6. Now I'm kind of confused in the orders of the chapters I was doing. That could just be the energies of what's going on now, because this is a deep energy. What I've written so far whilst channeling this energy since pulling these cards throughout my day is this. I'm connecting with someone, a group, that surrendered and called upon the power of their ancestors to take control and deal with the situation accordingly. And I feel they stepped in. 5 is the numbers coming to my mind. Change is here. Expect a powerful change beyond your expectations. Expectations is the overall energy which just came out through my fairy tale deck. The card Thumbelina. The cards that also has come out here is authority, ships, phobias, and monk or nun. So I've written, some entity has leaped into this reality from a previous. You may not recognize your spirit. You may not recognize them, but your spirit does. But whoever this other energy is, like I said, is fully aware of who you are. Before you even have any kind of communication, which I feel is coming up, I'm picking up an energy of a shape-shifting energy, going back to a dream I had. And it came back up again when I came back to write again. There's this energy of a shape-shifting. I explained it in one of the messages I did, the warning message. Is why you don't recognize them, nor the masculine. Like I said, I explained in regards to what was planted, buried, and now may have grown into a wild flower. Corn, pumpkin. What you didn't see, your ancestors did. And they fertilized the curse set against you to hinder you, unknown to you, by your enemies. They went to work in this. They went to work on this. Rectifying, revoked in the physical, because it's already done in the 5D. As it is above, so it is below. This masculine energy can't walk away from this woman holding the coin. Too much to lose. They're in too much to lose. They're in that base chakra, living in fear. Their ego, their shadow, vanity, opportunities, heediness came out for these groups. More than one group that you may be dealing with. In the fact that they put in very little to receive the gains, the extras of the world. They want the world back in return for the littles that they give to you. The quick way of life, shortcut, selling out. Now the devil is about to come and collect. It may have taken some time with the temperance card at the bottom of the deck. For the fool to surrender, have to make this change of perception. A lot had to be illuminated in the time of solitude, fighting the phobias of those times and of these times, which bled into a new generation after generation, which our ancestors fought and persevered, endured for us to do better. Tried to trap someone into a mousetrap, moved in, married a mole, and conceived and now healing from Belina, another generation whom will now have to heal this repeated pattern. That's what I had written after I was guided back to a message that I did 19 months ago on my Empress Earth Wisdom and 1111 channel. It's a long message, it's an hour plus. But that message was referring to, at the time, the book of Exodus, the energy of Moses, freeing the Israelites from the captivity of the Egyptians. It was a deep message, so much came through. The overall energy was the devil, which is very much present in chapter 6, where justice had to be served. And I feel like this authoritative energy is that justice that's coming through. So I'm going to read. So about 1444, which would have been 244, on the 23rd of the 8th, 2022, I was writing this intro for this chapter, chapter 7, connecting most definitely with the energies outside of you that you may be connecting to, or who they're connecting to, transferring, harvesting, remembering, pining, longing for, ripped away, walked away, influenced away. And in the message that I was referring to just now, which I done 19 months ago, there was strong emphasis on somebody luring you into some kind of lustful energy just to whip the rug from underneath you, to put you back into a place of despair. I'm picking up an energy with these cards that's come out for this chapter. Pirates of the Caribbean. Come to kill, steal and destroy. Break the chains of the fears projected onto you by those in higher places of power within your home, the foundation, the root, your root chakra, that healing, the shadow, the beginning, as far back, very much into the energy of Noah. Step back, Virgo season's coming. Hold a meds, listen to your inner guidance. Major changes are coming, worldwide, east to west, a new way of living, a new era. No longer, I heard, south and north. How will these new things be for you? This energy of 555 is coming in rapidly. The true meaning of the Aquarius, the new era. Get ready, I heard. Stand your guard. Retreat. I was hearing words like that. Breaking through the chains, the mental enslavement of religion, division, politics, power, hunger, greed. Those who try to back you into a corner, hoping that that's where you would stay. But to their surprise, they see you rise. Your comeback, even in isolation or since isolation, you gained your strength. And now 3, 2, 5, fight, I heard. So after conflict, civil war, chapter 5, conflict will bring the 4, the stability, the karmic tale of Hansel, the Tugga-Man, the DM, the karmic, which we all possess, will bring stability and structure after the passing of a strong foundation. Going back a little bit into the history here, after the passing of the king created division. The tribe of Benjamin then had to move after this civil war and this division towards the tribe of Judah. They were north. They were moving towards their destiny, even though they were trapped in a captivity. But during that war, that civil war, and after the fact, they got distinct. A lot of them got killed off, but there was a few remaining. Hence, many were called and few were chosen, and few were remaining. Is the reason why when I channel my messages, I channel for the remaining of the 12 tribes of Judah. They then had to build their numbers up. So they went into the underground energy in plain sight. They had to hide in plain sight. They had to build back up their army, their team, their alliance. They then grouped together with their elders, where they knew that they were going to gain wisdom and understanding of what's to come and who they are, who they truly are. They knew that they were kings and queens, and where they were, they wasn't meant to be. Again, the Most High created a scene from behind the scenes in order to push the tribe, the nation, to where they needed to be. And I feel like that's that coming together. I'm talking about from over a period of 900 years. Going back to my season 9 Pisces season, where there was a curse set against the children of Lir for 900 years, broken down to 300 years a time. This time, I'm picking up the energy of the captivity of the minority, slavery, when the Most High himself put a curse upon his people because of they didn't follow the commandments that were set. They were meant to be trendsetters. They were meant to walk with morals and principles. But some got carried away. They wasn't able to endure within that wilderness of where they needed to find themselves. Going back, if I go to the story of Thumbelina, the overall energy here is very much tied into the previous chapter, where I was speaking about somebody was barren and they would go to any length in order to conceive a child. Overall energy in the message I did 19 months ago was conception. Right along with the devil, somebody was willing to sell their soul in order to conceive a child. Soul swap, even if they had to take it from one child to gain a child. Thumbelina, another generation that's now needed to heal through this way of deception, trickery, magic, darkness, greed. I had to take a pause there. I felt myself getting triggered a little bit to light myself up some incense. And as I was pausing, I heard you're having to take the rough with the smooth. As I'm looking at these ships, having to take the rough with the smooth. I see the temperance here as that 300 years at time. As the energy of having to endure, go through some things, you may have felt like you was alone at times. But the Most High promised in the book of Isaiah that even though you felt alone, he was with you. But there were some lessons that needed to be learned through the disobedience of our forefathers. What I'm going to do is clarify. Okay, so I was asking to clarify authority figures. And it says, how teachable are you? There were some things that needed to be learned. Like I was saying. Why ships here? Fell over on phobias. Soulmate. Being whipped away from the ones and you love, you know, from loved ones. I didn't even get the question out. I wanted to clarify phobias, and we've got pride here. And I'm instantly, even before these two cards came out, as I was clarifying ships, and I was looking at phobias, I was picking up the energy of the Willie Lynch speech. That speech is literally a speech that's being used within a system by those in power to today's day. Not only now for the minority, but collectively. And a lot of pride and ego had to have been let go at this time. Lessons had to be learned. And I'm hearing in some of the harshest ways. So let's clarify phobias. Why's phobias here? It's almost like they had to kill a part of your inside. Break the mind and you keep the body in order for it to keep on rolling, you know? The economy I'm hearing. This is more than I expected. It says have faith. They didn't want you to have faith. It says family and tribe. They didn't want you to have faith in who you are. They wanted you to lose pride within yourself, within your nation, within your DNA, within your culture. They didn't want you to have faith within your ancestors, within your Most High. They wanted you to forget the magic that you have within yourself and become fearful of who you are. And the energy and the connection that you have with your ancestors. So why is monk and nun here? Why is monk and nun here in regards to this energy? All kinds of things wanted to slip out. Procrastination. And beauty. They didn't want you to see the beauty that you had within yourself. They wanted you to totally forget who you was. Totally forget who you was. They wanted to keep you in this energy of procrastination, celibacy. They didn't want they didn't want you to grow, expand, conceive. And if you did conceive, it was for their own purposes. Let's get one more card on this energy of monk or nun. No stability, no structure, no family, no friends. That same energy came through in the message that I did 19 months ago, which I feel is very much relevant to this message. It says, say what you mean. I mean what you say. Bottom of the deck is inner child. When you hear a child speak, just understand that's coming from a place of truth, of innocence. And that's what these kinds of energies, entities want to prevent. They don't want you to, number one, speak your mind. Speak who you are. Speak about the magic that you have within yourself. As a child, when you're a child, the things that you see in the spiritual realm, the veil it's not there. So you speak what you see. And going down to our parents, our forefathers, they hear you speak like this, they will shut you down. Because of why? Those in higher places who want you to forget. So what they do is they use your family, your tribe, in order to break you, kill your pride, you know. kill that beauty within you, silence you, keep you in an energy of procrastination that you have no faith. Because if these people, your own family, those who you will put blood labels on, can put you in an energy of fear like this, like those of in higher powers that they see put your parents in fear, then what hope do you have? They wanted you to forget about your Most High. Discover your life purpose is in the reverse. They didn't want you to discover that, but now is the time. During this time is what's been happening. I'm hearing right now everybody's waking up collectively. I'm hearing it's a wake up call, or there's going to be, I'm hearing a wake up call. So let's see, tell me more about this energy. What's that hangman here, overall energy, for those I'm connecting with? I'm gonna have to press pause because so we've got breaking illusions. Breaking illusions. Change of mindset. Surrendering to the divine. The hangman's here in the reverse. It's an energy of no longer being in that hanged energy, no longer allowing those in the position to hang you. It'll treat you, keep you in a procrastination, keep you stagnant. You know, in order to get anywhere, in order to achieve these things that you expect for yourself, you're needing to step out of that box, or at least take the rope off. Change of mind, you know. Tell me more about this energy. What's the hangman here? For those I'm connecting with in regards to this energy. And it's just about that. There's just nothing else to say. It's just about breaking the illusions, removing the masks that was set against you in the hopes that you forget who you are. Not only in this lifetime. The reading I was talking about 19 months ago, towards the ending of that, was very much of a current energy. This, I feel like, is a past energy, history. History, me know me is a real Israelite. Me say history, me know me is a real Israelite. So when me stand, me have to stand tall. History, me know me is a real Israelite. Broken that illusions. You understand? They want you to grow up and believe and tell yourself, no offense to anybody that you're a Christian. You're not. You're a soul. Living a human experience, here to bring a change and raise the consciousness of humanity for this next generation to come. That we can break the illusions, and if not for ourselves or for the generation before us, for the generation to come, the generation of Aquarius, this new way of being. They're needing to now move north. They're needing to move towards their destiny. But for some reason, I feel like there's going to be a kind of another energy of a civil war. And we're all going to have to retreat. No longer north and south. I feel like this is more east and west. It's like there's a new coming. There's a new way of thinking. I'm hearing we're going to take it to them. You know? Trendsetters. Chain breakers. Do not make no fool put you in no cage. Anger. Watch for your temper. Do not make no fool put you in a cage. Today are for them. Tomorrow are for you. Anger. Watch for your temper. There's a need to unite. there's a need to unite. And all of this energy of division, greed, politics, and all that I mentioned in the intro, that illusion is needing to break. This is bigger than us. This is bigger than us. Anything else that's needing to come through in regards to this energy, chapter 7, for those that may be resonating with this energy? There's nothing else needed to be said in regards to this energy. This is what it's all about. It's about breaking the illusion that was set. Tell me more about this energy, breaking illusions. What's the illusions that's needing to be broken here? What's the illusions that's needing to be broken here for those who's resonating? Imagination, this brings me straight back to the inner child. It says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Understand that our ancestors already fought this fight. We no longer need to be triggered nor angered by it. What we need to do is stand guard. You understand? Step back until instructed to move forwards. But again, I'm hearing the time is now, and look at that, there's the change. Nothing can happen before it's time. And there's so much sacral chakra energy that's just looking at me right now. And again, this is bringing me back to the dream I had of my ancestors. They're literally fighting in the 5D on our behalf. I just can't even make it up. For our freedom, for us to be breaking through this illusion is the reason why we're needing to get into this energy of retreat. Some of us is moving too quickly. Some of us is moving before time. Because of that resentment that's harbored up. Not understanding that there's levels to this. This is a process. This is bigger than us. Bottom of the deck, loneliness. I'll pull one of these cards. No, I don't. Divine Masculine fell to the ground. When you move too fast, you know, that Holy Trinity is then weakened. Father, mother, and child. The father is the shield, the rock, you know, to protect. Without that masculine protection, the femme energy is then exposed. And that energy of the Aquarius, the raising of the consciousness of humanity and of that next generation is then at risk, is then, like I said, exposed. Easily to be distracted, you know. Tell me more about the energy. Why is imagination here? Why is imagination here? For those who may be resonating with this energy, why is imagination here? It's falling over on the energy of freedom. Soul and tantric journey. It's like you have to see yourself out of where it is you are now, where you're feeling so stuck. That's keeping you in an energy of procrastination, as if you can't move forward. You're needing to say what you mean and mean what you say. Some zone, I'm picking up the energy that you're only half talking because of the fears of what could happen. Why is this energy of forgiveness here? And remember the beauty within you. Within not only your soul, but within your soulmate, your soul group, your 5-star. Tell me more about this energy. Why is forgiveness here? And your 5-star could be known to you, or your 5-star could be unknown to you. But when you know them, when you see them, you will know them. You know, instant recognition, instant click. And it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be totally platonic. Tell me more about this energy of forgiveness, remembrance, and conception. It's bringing me back now because this is the card, like I said, came through in the message 19 months ago. Breaking through the illusions of how something may have been created. There's a need to go back to your inner child energy and remember who you are. Nothing in this 3D reality belongs to us. It's all an illusion, and that's what we're needing to remember. Why is change here? Needing to forgive in order for this change to come to you. It's center of the reading. Breaking those illusions. Tell me more about this energy of change. For those who may be resonating. And that just felt heavy on the ground. Delight. In order for that delight to come in, the consciousness has to change. And I feel the need to read this card. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. And I feel that's got a lot to do with someone's creativity. Someone may, I'm hearing, do poetry, write music, you know, but there's some kind of joy that someone has within them that they can share with the world. I'm hearing delight, bring delight, raise the consciousness. It's part of your destiny. Just one aspect of your creativity that can help raise the consciousness of humanity in order for this journey. You know, music helps the body go, you know, that get up and go energy. Tell me more about this energy. Freedom. Why's freedom here? Why's freedom here? In regards to the energy for those who I'm connecting with. First of all, it's the change of perception. Once you change your mindset, that's the first step to freedom, to breaking the change on the mind. And we've got compassion here in the reverse. It reads, the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and to be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into our world. But I feel like there's no, whosoever I'm connecting with is finding it real hard to forgive those who's put them in this energy of an entrapment, of slavery, of wickedness. I'm hearing. Belief. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and our talents and strong connection to source. It's almost like there's no forgiveness of the wickedness that these people have done against you in order to dim your light, break you furthermore, break your soul, you know, shoot holes in your soul, create tower moments for you. As I hear the bang in my background here, you know, someone's making history consume what's going on for them in their current situation, and someone's current situation is consuming them, that they're unable to even see any forward movement, unable to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But then again, I'm feeling that somebody's mindset may be in this energy of knowing what you have to do, but just not knowing how to do it. when I see the hangman here in the reverse. It's like an energy of just feeling stuck, stagnant, procrastination within this energy of this time, of this battle, which has already been fought by our forefathers. I just want to pull one of these cards and one card of advice, and then I'm going to end it there. I didn't want it to be too long before I pull some tarot on this. So let's see, what's this energy that those who I'm connecting with are dealing with? What's this energy that's coming towards them? The snake princess, the serpent path to power. And again, this is giving me the energy came through at the bottom of the deck of the finale of chapter 6. And is the reason why I even went back to the message I did 19 months ago. This is the card that was at the bottom of the deck. And funny enough, this is the energy that I've been channeling. The 12 dancing princesses, which would be the 12 tribes of Judah. 10 went one way, 2 went another. I'm channeling for the minority even of the 12 tribes. The minority of the 12 tribes, which would be the tribe of Judah, Benjamin and Judah, is the energies that I feel like I will be connecting with and who's going to be naturally drawn to my channel. The serpent path to the power. And the bats in the belfry. You can achieve great things once you reveal your enemies. Let's pull one of these advice cards. I'm definitely needing to sage, clear your energy in and around you. Let's get an advice for those who I'm connecting with. It's falling over on the energy of remembrance and imagination. It says life restored. Spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Whatever part of your life, whatever part of you or your life you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life. Just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life, so too will you rise again, healed and renewed. So on that note, I'm going to end the message there and I'll pull some tarot. Love and light.